We'll show you the poll numbers from Trump. It's over. Folks, the bottom fell out. It's over. MAGA's finished. Done. So why is he going around trying to start World War III? The American people certainly don't want it, but Netanyahu needs it. The Netanyahu regime, his best buddy, he needs it. Netanyahu needs to drag Trump to do the heavy lifting, to strike Iran, to save Netanyahu's regime, to save this genocide in Gaza project, to pave the way for Jared Kushner's Dubai on the Med, you know, paving over Gaza and all the dead bodies to build luxury resorts. I mean, these people are just satanic. The things that they're doing in broad daylight are beyond shocking. Okay? They both need this. Both Trump and Netanyahu need this. They need this war. For Trump, it's an existential issue. For his administration, it's the only thing they can do. It also will cover up the collapse of the U.S. dollar, which we'll show you as well, which is happening now. Okay, this president in a year has been the biggest train wreck in United States history. I mean, if this continues at this pace, then I'd say it's probably better to bring back Sleepy Joe. Bring back Sleepy Joe in a wheelchair. With a hearing aid and the convalescent staff. I mean, that's probably less risky, really, for the U.S. than this guy, who is just so blatantly corrupt at this point, so blatantly reckless. He's basically screaming. We'll show you. He's bloviating about the Iranians. Look at this. This is just adolescent. I don't know who's writing these tweets. Is it Trump? Is it, Don Jr.? Is it Dan Scavino, who used to run the golf pro shop at the Trump golf course? Who is it? Is it Marco Rubio? Is it Pete Hegseth? Is it some, who's writing this? He says, a massive armada is heading towards Iran. It's moving quickly with great power, enthusiasm, and purpose. What purpose? What purpose? It's the largest fleet ever, the biggest ever, the best ever, says Trump. Bigger than the one we sent to Venezuela. That's scam. And like Venezuela, it is ready and willing and able to rapidly fulfill its mission. What mission? What mission? What mission? 3 weeks ago, it was, we're going to attack Iran to protect the democratic protesters. And then it was revealed these weren't democratic protesters. They were being directed by U.S., Israeli, and likely British intelligence. And they were armed, and they were violent, and they were burning down mosques. They burned hundreds of banks. They killed hundreds, if not more, innocent civilians. Hundreds of police officers in Iran. These foreign actors, and the MEK terrorists, which our government in the U.S. has backed, funded, and trained. And they run a base in Albania, then they deploy their assets inside Iran for terrorist attacks. Okay? Not to mention U.S.-backed ISIS and Al-Qaeda actors as well. So that's all been revealed. So, but that was the basis of the attack. Oh, Iran's massacring democratic, peaceful protesters. And all of a sudden, that's gone because it was totally exposed, completely debunked. And now Trump is saying that, it's about nuclear weapons. So he bombed Iran 7-8 months ago and said, we're doing this to keep them from getting nuclear weapons. And then after he did it, he said, we've done it. We've destroyed their nuclear program. Victory. Yay. 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 And now, 6-7 months later, say, no, well, actually, we didn't destroy it. And we're going to go back in because of the nukes. And next week, it'll be something different. Next week it'll be, it's the ballistic missiles. Oh, yeah, it's their missiles. They can't have missiles. He's already pushing this New Deal now, which means they have to give up missiles. They have to break their country into 5 regions. They have to get rid of their government. What else? They can't have nuclear power. They can't sell oil. So basically, you must voluntarily go into the Stone Ages because Trump and Netanyahu believe that's better and it makes them feel more safe, while Israel's massacring people and bombing all of its neighbors. I mean, this is just a joke at this point. This presidency in America is just turning into such a farce. And this is the state of this president. He's all over the place. He wants to start World War III, and he can't decide why. He can't decide what the mission is. And he's roped along some of these military people. He's put a Fox News host in charge of the Pentagon. And he's roped in some of these people, probably with promises of riches and fame. But that's what you're looking at, folks. How much of our foreign policy is because of Israeli blackmail? And his relationship, he's best friends with Jeffrey Epstein. They were so close. Donald Trump is denying it like it was just some throwaway. I met him a few times. No, you didn't. You knew him very well. And unfortunately, this means Israel has an incredible amount of control over the U.S. government. And Israel will be very happy to see the U.S. go to war. And so this is the question. Is it, will this president, is he reckless enough? Is he that much under the thumb of the Israelis to bring this about? That's the big question. Either allowing Israel to use nukes or the United States using nukes, or pushing Iran, pushing all of your aircraft carriers into the Persian Gulf, asking to be hit, or basically begging Israel to launch a false flag like it did the USS Liberty in 1967 during the Six-Day War, to blame it on Egypt, to drag the United States into that war further. And Israel killed dozens of U.S. soldiers and sailors to try to make that story stick. That's how ruthless they were. And guess what? Nothing was done to Israel for that. The U.S. just took it took it in the rear. Incredible. So is it worth it? Is World War III worth it? Just so we can say we stand with Israel, is it worth it? Is global annihilation, the destruction of the global economy, just because of this? Is it worth it? A lot of people will say no. Most people will say no. I think an extreme minority of people will say, yes, it's worth it. We need to defend Israel. Certainly the crazy evangelical cult members who are like begging for the end times scenario to come about, and they believe that this relationship with Israel will hasten the coming of the Messiah, etc. Dispensationalist, complete quackery, but they want to have that self-fulfilling prophecy. So you've got those people, and nut jobs like Mike Huckabee, the current ambassador to Israel from the U.S., who is one of the most unimpressive adults I've ever encountered in my life. I mean, he is just thick as a pallet of bricks. And not only that, he is a total evangelical dispensationalist fanatic, basically. The last person you'd want in a diplomatic position. But of course, that's who Israel requested, and that's what they got, because they run our foreign services, they run our foreign policy, they select all the members of Trump's cabinet. Yes, they did. So meanwhile, while this is going on, foreign central banks are now holding more gold than U.S. treasuries. So just like that, folks, just like that, the U.S. dollar, everybody is fleeing the U.S. dollar. Why? Why are they fleeing the U.S. dollar? Look at that. Gold is the new reserve currency globally. And guess who has accumulated the best reserves for gold in the last 10 years, quietly? China and Russia. China and Russia. They're planning for a rainy day, and that rainy day came. Because they knew the United States, and Donald Trump particularly, has made it so unpredictable. He's running the economy so hot. Threats of tariffs, threats of sanctions. He's accelerated the demise of the dollar. Everyone's dumping their dollars because they don't know what this United States is going to do. Oh, you won't let us take Greenland? Oh, we're gonna threaten you with tariffs, maybe sanctions. Why would you want to hold any U.S. dollars with this presidency? It's a disaster. It's a disaster, and everybody knows it. Now you can't hide it.